myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I gotta poke.
Episode 4, Brain Cockerill. It's known as the Taxman. I hope everyone is okay. Brian Cockerill was once a violent gangland enforcer who was linked with and fought some of the hardest men in England. Known as the Teesside Taxman, Cockerill operated in the criminal underworld for almost 30 years. Brian Cockerill was once described as the 6th hardest man on the planet. This was because he spent years working as a violent gangland taxman who had countless street fights in a career that lasted almost 30 years. Before turning to a life of crime, Cockerill was a committed bodybuilder, but he lost it all when he decided to use his strength and 6'3" physique to commit violent crimes, which would eventually land him in and out of prison. Over the years, the ex-Hardman has been arrested on suspicion of multiple murders, shot at and stabbed. On one occasion, Cockerill was left for dead after being lured into a pre-planned ambush, shit up in revenge for an attack on an underworld rival. Brian Cockerill was once described as the 6th hardest man on the planet. Recalling the attack, Cockerill said, "I walked in and about 12 lads smashed me over the head with a hammer, stabbed me in the back and put a gun to my head. I dropped a few of them and threw them out the house." He said, "I was about 24 stone at the time, so they couldn't put me down. It went on for about 10 minutes. I was stabbed and I had 176 stitches and lost 2 pints of blood." He said, quote, "They battered me with baseball bats and hammers and stabbed me. They left me for dead and said, that will be the end of him. I went to hospital and they said if I was not so big, I would probably be dead." Cockerill also associated with a number of violent criminals, including Lee Duffy. Duffy played a significant role in Cockerill's downfall after he introduced him to drugs, which would eventually become an addiction for the ex-Hardman. Cockerill began taking the drugs he was stealing, which led to many years of addiction, depression, and anxiety, and eventually left him with nothing but his home. Brian Cockerill is now 59 years old, so this is all back in the days. Who knows if he could have a bash now. Brian has nearly 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. As far as I've seen, he doesn't get too involved in the drama. He just does his daily lives. Has recently become the target of horrific attacks at his home in Ingleby, Barwick, Stockton-on-Tees. Brian and brother Robert, who has special needs, have been the victims of firebombing by way of rockets and fireworks thrown into their car and someone setting fire to their garage. Cockerill earned himself the name of the Taxman when he began stealing from drug dealers in the Teesside area. As said, he's 59 now, but back in the days, the ex-Hardman would carry out violent attacks on Teesside's cannabis gangs, in which he claimed to have stolen drugs, cash jewelry, vehicles, and gold. So to wrap it up, as we said, Brian Cockerill spends his time with family, and on YouTube, as said, he is now 59. But back in the days, he was a big name by the sounds of it. His YouTube account is monetized, and he gets a fair amount of views. So I'd imagine he make a little wage from YouTube. All the best to the Taxman. I hope everyone has had a nice Christmas and has a good New Year too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe.